Hey, so what did I gain from Vipassana? As you know, I went for 10 days to a silent meditation retreat called Vipassana. It's basically offered all around the world. There's locations all around the world. Obviously, I prefer the one in the West because the facilities are nicer. I did a video on it talking more about the logistical aspect of Vipassana that you're welcome to watch. The website is dhamma.org, dhamma.org. What did I gain from Vipassana? I gained a sense of peace. I gained time to myself. I gained a way to disconnect from the world. I learned how to get centered and quiet. I learned a way of meditation that was taught by Buddha, the Gautama Buddha, and it basically is about observing your breath and observing the sensations on our body. We are energetic beings, and as a result, if you truly were to observe us, we vibrate molecularly. I can't even pronounce the word, but on a molecular level, we vibrate constantly. It's just that we are not fine-tuned to paying attention to that, so we're not aware of that. Vipassana basically taught me to observe the sensations that I'm experiencing constantly. And what Vipassana basically believes, the thought process is that whatever emotions we experience, it comes up in the form of physical sensations on your body, whether it's itching, scratching, whether it's a cold, whether it's heat. And we tend to react to them. Instead, what Vipassana teaches you and encourages you to do is just observe the sensation. Don't respond to it. And the sensations are called sankharas. The belief is that this is sort of a way of your incurring karma, is when you're reacting, you're playing into the game of the sensation game. And if you don't react to it, and if you just observe, the sensation will come up, but it will pass. Everything comes up in life and it passes. Nothing is permanent in life. The word uses anicca, anicca, anicca. Basically, what anicca means is it all passes. This too shall pass. Everything is temporary. Everything, no matter how severe or serious a situation may seem, it's all temporary. No matter how severe an emotion or sensation is, it's all temporary. It all passes. Vipassana was about 10 hours of meditation, 10 to 11 hours of meditation a day. I didn't do 10 to 12 hours. I did about 6 to 8 on an average because I didn't get up every day at 4:30, which was encouraged but not mandatory. They either asked you to come sit in the meditation hall, which is ideal, or sit in your room, which is not ideal because then you just go right back to bed, which is what I did. It was a way to just get silent, and I was just amazed at I was just amazed at how loud my thoughts were. It was, like I said, there was a lot of monkey chatter happening in my head, a lot of stuff that I thought I'd already dealt with, because I've done a lot of work on myself and everything I've experienced, whether it was the divorce, whether it was the where was I? Sorry about that. So what Vipassana does is, in spite of everything that I have experienced and I've already processed, it was amazing because so much stuff came up, because I was quiet, because I had taken a break from life to just sit back and observe. It allowed me to step back from my life and really reflect on everything that I've experienced. I was upset at times. I think day one was funny. The first 3 days, you're basically focusing on just the nostril part of your nose. You're just focusing on the breath. So you're observing the sensation of breath going in and out, right? And what that does is when you're focusing on a small area of your nose, it allows you to fine-tune your attention. And so, of course, for me, it was itching. I could feel a lot of itching, and you're not allowed to scratch. Of course, I would do this, and I would do this, and then eventually I learned that the whole idea was to be an observer and not to scratch. So I didn't scratch. After 3 days of that, then you're taught the actual Vipassana method, because you have to go through the 3 days to, prepare, to practice, to fine tune your attention span. So then you're able to just basically be able to focus on your entire body, starting from your head all the way down to your toes. And so that starts on day 3, and it's body scans. And I remember when they taught me day 3, it was like this big build up. Okay, we're going to do Vipassana. We're going to teach you the actual method now. I was really excited, and then I was like, this is it. This is so simple. And within an hour of doing it, I realized it was not simple at all. It was actually very difficult and very challenging, but it was fantastic. At first, day 4 and day 5, it took about 10 minutes to scan your entire body from top to bottom. And then by the time day 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 came along, because of practice and because of how they slowly teach you, I was able to scan your body within 60 seconds up and down, and truly observe the sensations that are coming up. And it's, again, whether it's positive sensations, whether it's good, whether even when you're feeling sensations, don't be excited and happy about, oh, I'm great, I'm feeling sensation, so I'm releasing sankhara, because look, I'm not reacting to it. They teach you, don't get caught up in that. Just be an observer. If you feel something, wonderful. If you don't feel something, it's okay. Just sit with yourself. I was able to breathe, being the empath that I am, and I need to do another video about empaths. Many of us are, we're just not aware of it. I'm very sensitive and attuned to other people's energies. And so especially, I think everyone needs to do this, but, I just know that for myself, I have to sit with myself and release and clear and get grounded. And Vipassana allows me to do that. So I know it's a big commitment. I remember sitting and thinking, I just spent 12 days in the middle of Houston doing what? Vipassana, for real? Like, that could have been my trip to Dubai or India or London or wherever, right? And I've done those 12-day trips over there, but I'll tell you, there's nothing like Vipassana. It is truly one of the most challenging things you'll do, but it is also one of the most beneficial things you'll do for your soul, for your mind. After lunch, we had some free time, so I would actually spend time walking in nature, bare feet. And now I just saw this video on Facebook going about on grounding. Need to do a video on grounding as well, how important that was. And I didn't realize what I was doing at the time, but just spending time out in nature, laying down, with my shawl on the grass, observing the sky, observing the silence, observing, the grass blades, observing did you know how many bugs there are in grass? Did you know how many different kinds of flies and insects and mosquitoes there are? I didn't know, because, hello, when have I ever walked on grass before this, let alone stopped to actually stare at the grass? I made a joke, I keep saying I could do a dissertation on the wingspan of birds. I'm serious. Like, I never noticed that, there are different kinds of wingspans depending on the size of the bird and the type of the bird. I didn't know that. Why is that relevant? It's not. But the idea is that it now teaches me to pay attention to little things. And if I pay attention to little things in stuff like that, because I was there, I'm now able to stop when I'm doing my work, when I work in the ER. I think this has really, truly helped me and prepared me, because I pick up on little nuances that I normally would have missed in a patient, in a child telling me something, because now I'm fine-tuned. I pick up on things they're saying or not saying, and I've learned to read between the lines and trust, what's coming to me through the vibrational and the sensations, and that's only because of Vipassana. Now, again, this was just my experience, right? Everyone's going to have their own, and that's the beauty of it. The idea is to have your own experience. Go with zero expectations. I've tried to do this video several times. It didn't quite happen, and I don't think I was supposed to. And then I kind of hesitated, because it's been a month now. Literally, I think I was in Vipassana finishing up this time last month in November. Excuse me. But I still get a lot of questions about it, and I think there is enough of an interest. And if you're interested, definitely look it up and go do it. I think it's the best gift you can give to yourself. If you have any questions, please feel free to inbox me. I'll be happy to answer them. And once again, take care. God bless.